21 to 25. The prompt was Epic Hollywood.
Dude, oh my God, that song is incredible. I've been rooting for the songs just as much as the winners behind the scenes.
Well, listen, I stumbled into this and yeah, and I was like, I've been using it. It's like, let me try to make some stuff. And so yeah, I mean, it works.
I'm impressed. I'm so impressed. Anyway, happy to be here, Doug. Good to see you.
Yeah, and I do want to talk a little bit because again, you're born from Hollywood. So give us a little bit. We've talked about the agency before, but talk a little bit about how Hollywood has influenced and continues to influence all of you.
Yeah, we Saylor is, like you said, born from Hollywood. We're based in Echo Park in Los Angeles, just stone's throw from the likes of Netflix, Warner Brothers, Disney, all these studios. I actually myself, prior to Saylor, worked on the client side at Disney and then Netflix, and then founded Saylor with the hope of creating an agency I would have wanted to work with as an entertainment marketing executive. So I think just even in the early days, I set out to build something that would really speak to entertainment marketers. And then even the original kind of 5 or so hires we made at Saylor that have laid the foundation for our amazing team here all came from entertainment and or agency side, or even working on the client side, like I did. So yeah, we're really kind of, our roots are there, and we've so much of our first clients were entertainment studios. We're now bringing that entertainment ethos to all sorts of different brands. But yeah, we're obsessed with entertainment and believe every brand is an entertainment brand at the end of the day. They just need to realize it.
Yeah. Duh. No, it's true. It's very, very true. We did have a chance for you to join Christian Ganny from Outerkind to talk about your first year.
Yeah.
And you went from 2 to 87 people in 4 years. Walk us through how that happened.
Yeah, I mean, I think entertainment was exploding when Saylor launched, so much so. I mean, Netflix on the social side of things was so much farther ahead of every other studio in 2021. And, my job at Netflix prior to Saylor was managing Netflix is a Joke, which is their comedy brand.
Yep.
Really rooted on social. In short, I was like, hey, guys, everyone else, I'm open for business. I'll take the seeds of what's, Netflix is a Joke, was successful on Netflix is a Joke, and I can bring those to so many other parties. And I think that sort of value proposition was really clear and interesting, and it helped. And I think Saylor really helped kind of those other studios catch up a lot on the social front. And I think that led to our immense growth over the first 2 or 3 years, especially, was really just like, how do we actually speed up all these other studios and get them to a place where they're competing with Netflix for attention on social? That's something that really led to our immense growth in the early days. And now, of course, everything is social. And so we've expanded in so many different ways, both on the capability side and, of course, like internal skills side, to ultimately help clients entertain in more than just traditionally social ways.
Yeah, and here's what's interesting. So and this is analogous to what you might see in the music business. So
Mm.
the studios back in the day, I mean, people sort of knew the studios. Then there was a stretch like 80s and 90s and early 2000s. People was like, okay, I don't care what studio it was. I just liked Fletch, right? And
Mhm.
so, but then the story of the studios started bubbling up again because Netflix came on the scene and really built, it's like, we're not just sending you CDs, like this is a thing. And so to your point of studios catching up, but also making sure that they're putting their own imprint into the conversation.
Yeah.
What has been the most rewarding part of that, and what have you demonstrated and taught the other studios to how to navigate and manage all of that?
Yeah. I think that's such a good point. I do think that the reality is that I think a lot of brands, I don't want to speak for them, but like felt threatened, of course, when Netflix came on the scene, these more age-old studios who had been doing it a certain type of way. Netflix really innovated on that and started streaming in a big way. I think that there's a tendency to just copy, and be like, oh, we just need to be like Netflix or whatever. I don't
Right.
think that's the reality for most brands. They all kind of took a second and asked themselves who they are and their place within, of course, the industry today, but also in the industry ahead, and really thought about really what was ownable for them in the social space, in the streaming space, and just entertainment more broadly. And I think that Saylor has been, I would like to think, very helpful in kind of shining a light and giving them a mirror to help them understand where they fit, versus us,
Oh, so great.
being like, here's a playbook that worked for someone
Right.
else. Here you go.
You can't project, you have to project originality. I think
Exactly.
is yeah,
Yeah.
and that's such a good point. That's such a good point.
And I mean, these other companies, there's these brands are way more history, way more legacy than Netflix has. So it's like
Right.
it's really they need to remember, and they do remember who they are and really how they need to show up, and we can be a vehicle for that.
Did we talk about like my favorite Hollywood place to go for dinner is Smokehouse in Burbank?
Smokehouse. Okay.
That's old Hollywood.
Yeah. That's so old. I have not been there, Doug. I'm just going to be
I'm gonna
honest with
take you there.
Yeah, take me to Smokehouse, man.
I am of a certain age.
I can picture it. I don't need to know anything other than the name, and I
Oh,
know exactly what this is.
so no. So in Argo, the restaurant where John Goodman and Ben Affleck
Yep.
are meeting, that's the Smokehouse.
See, that's how you know that you're talking about LA when you reference Argo and talk about a restaurant through the terms of where Ben Affleck and Ben Goodman sat down together.
Yeah.
So yeah, amazing.
Yeah, there you go. Listen, you're one of our original supporters. I can't thank you enough. Really
Here for
appreciate
it.
the support, and we get. I can't wait to see what you enter into the classic because I know you got a lot of great work to share with us. But thank you so much for supporting this mission, and keep on keeping on, my man.
Thanks a lot, Doug.